Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to our show. It is a beautiful Wednesday, and I do mean beautiful because we are getting some moisture. So everybody asked me to change my tune to a little bit more snow and a little bit more rain so we can get some moisture. So that's where we are. And hopefully this weather will not deter you from coming to the business after hours this evening at First Southwest Bank. It is going to be beautiful. We're very excited. It is the last event of 2023. And the beauty of this one is also it's First Southwest Bank's Customer Appreciation Day. So we're just going to be celebrating out there. Plenty of parking, food provided by the Alley House Grill. This is the time to come because, this is the last business after hours, not only of 2023, but we will be changing the name and the dates or days next year in 2024. So stay tuned for more information on that. But so it's the last time you'll be able to attend a business after hours on a Wednesday. In 2024, we are moving business after hours, soon to be called business happy hour, to Fridays, the fourth Friday of the month. So come and enjoy. And as well, it's going to be beautiful. It's the holiday season, and actually the weather just is very wintry. So the roads are fine. It's clear. They're wet right now. So hopefully everybody will still be able to come out this evening. 5 to 7 chamber members and invited guests. We're really looking forward to seeing you at First Southwest Bank. Now, the other thing that I want to mention is this weekend is also the old-fashioned Christmas. And it is the last time that you are going to be able to purchase your raffle tickets for our adventure raffle. That ends this Saturday. Now, more importantly, if you want to buy your tickets online, that closes tonight at midnight. So if you don't purchase your tickets online, then you do need to come to the chamber or to the old-fashioned Christmas on Saturday. Tickets are only 1 for $5, 3 for $10, and 7 tickets for $20. That includes a drawings for the Kona e-mountain bike, or mountain e-bike, I guess I should say. It's absolutely stunning with a stand. And then we also have a $1,000 shopping spree, thanks to our friends over at Ski and Bow Rack, and the bike, thanks to our friends at Pagosa Mountain Sports. Then we also have, and thanks to our friends with Alpaca Rafts, which are based here in Southwest Colorado in Mancos. And that is an inflatable raft, which compresses to about the size of a backpack, but blows up. It can actually take wildlife carcasses and fishing, and it's stunning. And it also comes with paddles and the pump and 2 guided fishing trips to the area. And then our 2 other prizes are ski passes to Wolf Creek, 5 ski passes, as well as a year's pass, thanks to our friends at the Springs Resort. So 5 chances to win, only one. You only need to buy 1 ticket, but just to make sure, you should buy a few more. Remember, tonight is the last time you will be able to purchase your tickets online. You can certainly come down here to the chamber, and we have a number of people that do so, to purchase your tickets in person. We will also be selling them up and just right up to the drawing, which will be at 6 o'clock on Saturday at the Old Fashioned Christmas here at the Visitor Center. There are about over 25 stations along the old-fashioned Christmas route. It's absolutely marvelous. We're going to be here at the Visitor Center on Saturday serving up hot chocolate and, of course, selling our raffle tickets. So we'll be here serving hot chocolate, but there's stations all along the Riverwalk. Don't forget that as you come in, you can also complete and participate in the scavenger hunt, and that gets you a great free complimentary ornament that is a collectible every year. And of course, the important part is seeing friends that you may not have seen for over a year. since the last old-fashioned Christmas, stopping by and seeing what the different businesses and organizations have available throughout the Riverwalk. So also remember that Hot Springs Boulevard will be closed along between San Juan and Hermosa and that bridge to make it safe for walking at 4 o'clock on Saturday. So don't think you're going to go pick up your mail at the post office on late Saturday afternoon. The street will be closed unless you come the back way. So just remember that portion of Hot Springs Boulevard will be closed beginning at 4 o'clock. The event is from 5 to 7. There will also be live music by the Jackson Mountain Ramblers here at the Visitor Center. It's a magical time for us here in Pagosa Springs. Please come out and enjoy this free event. Now, I've really tried to condense what I'm talking about today and community announcements because I have some really important information for our business community, which is why we started this show in the first place, is as a communication tool for our business community. And today is no exception. For those of you who went to the the health fair and wellness expo, Peak Alliance was certainly there at the health fair, and we now have that representation here again on our show today. We are really excited to welcome Doug here with Peak Alliance. So Doug McCarthy, thank you so much. Doug's actually with Local First. Doug, benefits in particular, health benefits, are such big business issues. Everybody would like to offer benefits. I think not everybody can. Certainly in the past years and growing, the costs are just prohibitive for many of our businesses to offer complete healthcare benefits for employees, especially if you're a larger employer. However, there's certainly the healthcare benefits on the open market through Connect for Health, but you're new to the community, so tell us first about Peak Alliance and a little bit about that background.
Sure. So my organization is Local First Foundation. We're based in Durango, and we have been partnering with the Peak Health Alliance on the Western Slope, and they were both nonprofit organizations, to bring more affordable health insurance to our communities. So we're really thrilled that this year we've been able to expand to Archuleta County. The way that we work is you can think of us as the voice of the community, Mary Jo. We try to represent what's needed with health insurance carriers and to get a better premium. And the way we do that is we call flipping the script. We try to say, instead of an insurance company coming to us and saying, here's your product, we're looking for an insurance carrier that we can contract with to give us the products that we want at the price that we can pay. We were very fortunate this year to find that in Denver Health Medical Plan, which is a nonprofit that wanted to expand outside the Denver area. And so they created a product called Elevate Health Plan that we are sponsoring now that gives people more choices. So in the past, you would have had just 2 choices this year. Now you have a third choice. And we know from economic theory, when there's more competition in a market, prices come down. And so we not only offer a cheaper product, but that competition will hopefully have a positive impact on making other carriers offer lower prices as well. And we've seen that in the past.
So, Doug, as excuse me, with a couple of other insurance programs, sometimes you have to be in network, not in network. How does Peak work with that?
So we offer through Denver Health Medical Plan, Elevate Health Plans is an ACA, Affordable Care Act compliant health plan offered on Connect for Health Colorado. So it operates just like a typical health insurance plan. And in Colorado and in most states today, in the market where you buy your own health insurance, which is called the individual health insurance market, also for families, you typically get plans that have a network in which some doctors are in the network and some doctors are not. We worked really hard to try to have as many of our local independent providers in our network as we could. That's our name, Local First. We have Mercy Hospital and Anima Surgical Hospital that serve the region. We were so delighted to have Pagosa Springs Medical Center join our network this year, and that made it possible for us to be there, as well as the other Pagosa physicians who practice in the area. And so with that combination, you have the best of both worlds. Hopefully you can get as much care as you can in Pagosa, but if you need to go outside the community, you can come to Durango when you need. And then when there's specialized care needs, you can go to the Front Range. That plan includes all of the what's called Centura, now Common Spirit hospitals on the Front Range, as well as Denver Health, which is a level 1 trauma center and renowned for that, as well as with approval, you can go to Children's Hospital and to UC Health Anschutz campus for specialized care.
Wow, pretty extensive. So how can Peak Alliance or Elevate work with our business community? Tell us a little bit about if a business says, can I get insurance for my employees still? How would they go about doing that?
Great question. In the past, most businesses have had just one option, which was to buy a typical group insurance plan where everyone gets the same thing. Unfortunately, the premiums have gone very high for those plans that have gotten unaffordable for many businesses or never were. And so I like to think this is a very bipartisan solution because we had the Affordable Care Act, which some people call Obamacare, but under the Trump administration, there was created something called an individual coverage health reimbursement arrangement. It goes by the nickname ICHRA. And that allows businesses to create a mechanism where they can offer benefits to their employees, but the employees are in control. The employees go out and buy individual coverage on the marketplace, and it's their policy, but the employer puts money aside for each of the employees that are eligible to help pay for those premiums. So it's kind of a win-win.
So is there a limit, a minimum, a maximum? How can if an employer says, wow, I can put, making it up, $200 towards every employee, and how does that work? And sometimes if you go to the open market, you can either qualify, so there are lesser plans, or there's someone like me, I don't qualify, I have to pay full rate. How do those differentials work?
Yes. So employers have the complete freedom to decide how they want to structure their plan. Typically, they will want to put enough into the ICHRA so that will be considered affordable. And that will be affordable to the employee and not be too much of a burden for them, and they'll want to participate in the program. So they can do that with a flat dollar amount, as you said, per employee, or they can peg the contribution to the average cost of a plan on the marketplace based on your age. And so that way you're giving more to older workers for whom the premiums are higher and less to younger workers when they're lower. And that can tend to be a little bit more fair for employees to do it that way. If the plan is considered affordable for all your employees, then those employees would get their benefits directly from the employer. If that plan does not meet the threshold of what's considered affordable, then employees could opt out and still go buy their own coverage on Connect for Health Colorado like they would if they weren't part of a group, and they would be still eligible for those premium subsidies and discounts that you can get on Connect for Health Colorado. So it's really a decision for the employer to decide how they want to structure that benefit, because the reason employers do this is they want to attract employees, they want to retain employees, and they want healthy employees. And so each employer may have a different philosophy about how they approach this.
Sure. So we know that open enrollment is coming to a close. So if a business is watching this or hears about it, how can they find out more about Local First and or the ICHRA program?
Yeah, the best way is to go to our peakhealthalliance.org website. And there you can read all about ICHRAs. We have an FAQ that you can click on and learn more about ICHRAs. And you can also look at the provider directory for the Elevate Health Plan to see if that network is going to be good for you. The neat thing about an ICHRA is you don't have to buy Elevate Health Plan. Each of your employees can decide what's best for them. One could buy Elevate, one could buy Anthem, another one could buy the Rocky Mountain plan, and then one could buy a gold plan, one could buy a bronze plan. So each employee has a lot more freedom to decide what's going to work for them. You don't have to get this done by January 1st. Employers can create an ICHRA and offer group benefits anytime they want to during the year. There's going to be an advantage to doing it sooner in the year for your employees because they're going to still have the annual deductibles that insurances have. And so if you do it later in the year, you're going to hit the next year sooner and not have the chance to maybe meet the deductible. But the thing to do is also talk to an insurance broker because they are familiar with ICHRAs and they can help guide you to the kind of understand what your options are and the pros and the cons for your situation.
Great. Well, again, if you didn't, if you're viewing this and you didn't get to our Health Fair and Wellness Expo, we did have several of our insurance carriers there. And if you have any questions about that, certainly we have a good cadre of insurance carriers here that are chamber members, and we're happy to pass that on to you. Can people contact again through your website? That is the best way to find out the information and try and move forward. So step one, go to your website, take a look at a little bit more information on the ICHRAs. Step two, contact an insurance carrier, correct?
Yes, and I'm happy to reach out to me. I'm happy to answer any questions. I'm Doug, D-O-U-G, at local-first.org.
Okay. Well, if have we kind of given the overview? Is there something that we've missed that you feel it really needs to be hit home with our employers out there?
I think for employers, it's really a question of how you can support your employees. And, if you don't think you can afford to do a full health insurance program this year, there are other things you can do too. Like you can provide AFLAT coverage for a wraparound to help pay for the things that insurance doesn't cover. You can provide dental, or there's a lot of different things that employers can do that can create a package, and you can work toward this as your goal toward the future.
Sure. And Doug, you bring that up. I think that's something that the chamber really wants to take the initiative on next year. There is a lot to be said on employee retention and what that means. You're
Hmm.
absolutely right as far as contributing a percentage. Someone that's 20 years old is probably much healthier than someone like me who isn't. And yes, my rates are much higher. And so, but we also hear that maybe it is the younger population says, because, when you're 20, you are 10 foot tall and bulletproof. So, you know, they may say, I really don't want health insurance, but, boy, if you could give me a soaking pass, that's a benefit to me. And so what constitutes a benefit and that
Yeah.
employee retention? And yes, there is, I think we have these preconceived notions of benefits, but of course, most people are looking for healthcare benefits for individuals, especially when you have a family. So, how can you work that into the system?
Yeah, we're all one accident away from needing health care. So even for the young among us, that can be an important coverage.
Great. Well, I can't thank you enough for coming on our show today and talking a little bit more about Peak Health Alliance as well as the ICHRA program. And I hope that our business community finds out more about this important program. Sometimes we just kind of let it go and just think we can't afford healthcare benefits, but this is certainly an alternative that's in our system.
Well,
So.
it's my pleasure to be here. Thanks for having me.
Great. Well, thank you so much. And thank you, everybody, for joining us on this rainy/snowy afternoon. We do hope that we'll see you this afternoon or later on this evening, again, at our business after hours, the last one of 2023. Hard to imagine, isn't it? We are coming down to the wire for the end of the year. We also want to let everybody know that our sponsorship opportunities are available for Winterfest. We are moving forward fast and furiously on Winterfest already, which will be held January 19th through the 21st. Here over that weekend. So if you are interested in any sponsorship opportunities, please feel free to give us a call. With that, everybody, we will see you either tonight at our business after hours or hopefully see you on Saturday at the Old Fashioned Christmas. Don't forget, buy your raffle tickets to that adventure package. You can't win if you don't participate. Thank you, everybody. Please be safe out there and have a wonderful week.